horses. But I would never tell her that, so I just don't go in there very often. Aisha hadn't been to our house before. As we were eating our tea, I was singing my way through a new joke. Which hand is it better to write with? When Aisha asked, "Why do you talk like that?" As blunt as that, looking right at me over a forkful of spaghetti. So Chloe explained for me. He gets stuck on his words. He knows what he wants to say, but his brain won't let it come out properly. You just have to wait until he's finished. Aisha thought about it for a while, then sucked up her spaghetti and said, "I like it." So that was nice. She also laughed at my punchline. Neither. It's best to write with the pen, which was even nicer. At least Aisha was honest and just asked me the question. Kids are a bit better than grown-ups when they first meet me. They either ask straight out about my stammer like Aisha, or just completely ignore it. That's the best, when someone doesn't even seem to notice and just waits till I'm done, knowing that I'll get to the end eventually. Mum says a lot of the world's problems are caused by everyone being in such a rush, and that I'm doing everyone a favour by forcing them to be a little bit more patient. It's only when kids know what's going on with me that the problems can start, when they realise they can use it against me or laugh at me. Most of the time, I just catch kids pulling funny faces at each other or giggling behind their hands as I'm trying to say something. But just asking a question about it, like Aisha did, that's fine. I would rather that than deal with the frowny, smiley face that adults have when I first speak to them. An upturned mouth and a wrinkled forehead. I hate it when people look at me like that. I want to make people smile properly, not in the frowny way. I can see the moment when it clicks, when they get it, that what they're hearing is a speech impediment and not a choice. They almost look relieved, pleased with themselves. Then they get to show off how good they are at dealing with such a thing. In my experience, there are 4 main categories of grown-ups. 1. The encouragers. They have calm, smiley expressions and constantly say things like, "Go on, interesting," and "I understand." Encouragers are okay, although they can be annoying when they go too far and say things like, "Take a big breath in and relax." Telling someone to relax when they're clearly struggling is like shouting "run faster" at someone being chased by a tiger. They would if they could. 2. The mind readers. This is the most common category, and a very annoying one in my opinion. A lot of adults do this to kids anyway, even kids without a stutter, but they really do it to me. This is the category who think they know exactly what I'm trying to say, and so helpfully finish my sentence for me. They usually say something completely wrong. Most of the time, I just go along with their version of the conversation because I can't be bothered trying again. I ended up going to the toilet once when I didn't even need a wee. The lady at the cinema ticket office obviously thought I was going to ask, "Can you tell me where the toilets are?" when I was actually trying to say, "Can you tell me where the popcorn is?" She took me right to the toilets, even though there was a huge sign and an arrow. So I thought I should go in. I didn't even end up buying any popcorn. I told Mum I'd changed my mind when I slid back into my seat, and she called me a strange fish. That's the other thing that happens when you have a stammer. People think you're either thick or strange. 3. The jokers. The most upsetting category. The grown-ups who don't know what to do and so choose to mimic me as a joke. Believe me, this happens more than you would think. The other day, I went to the shop and had to ask an old man in a brown cap to reach the chocolate milkshake for me. He responded by saying, "Yes, of course I can," and then laughed at how funny he thought he was. I'm not sure why any grown-up would do this. It's almost too confusing to be upsetting. I still felt bad though. 4.